Alright, so back again. This is another idea I'm working on. This is basically a power generation system. Meant to be modular or whatever, but setting it up for HV. I'm already in HV right now. You know what I'm saying? This right here is 128 Sterling dynamos. You know what I'm saying? Inside of this module right here. You know what I'm saying? All connected with red energy pipes right here, and then universal pipes right here. These pipes handle items and fluids or whatever. So this is how I'm gonna be sending basically charcoal into these Sterling dynamos. They have two different modules. One module is meant to be compression dynamos. The other one, Sterling dynamos. Compression dynamos basically handles liquid fuel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Sterling dynamos, compression dynamos, both of these are basically engines. That's what they are. So the way I'm going to actually be fueling that is this multi block right here. This is GT multi block called the greenhouse or whatever. You know what I'm saying? These blocks aren't actually part of the whistle name. It's just a decorative element or whatever that I added to it. This produces 16 logs every 30 seconds. So that's a little bit over one game tick. One game tick is 20 seconds in real life. Um, I'm gonna have four modules. So this eye shit right here basically represents the shape of a chunk, and this is 1/4 of the chunk. So that'll be 64 logs every 30 seconds, and then distribute that evenly throughout the entire module, right? So the other thing about this is that I want it to be modular. You know what I'm saying? So I could turn this into a car contraption easily. And the idea is to turn all four modules into a car contraption, which isn't hard to do. You know what I'm saying? The actual block limit for to turn anything into a car contraption with the cart assembler is like 2,048 blocks or something like that. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 something blocks or whatever, which is gonna be definitely under the block limit once I set all of this up. Everything after that is just this output bus is where the items come out. So I'm gonna set up item buffers, which is like a block. Um, it's basically like a machine block. You know what I'm saying? That can automate things. You know what I'm saying? It's like an item pipe, but GT has them. So set one here and configure it to pull items in. You know what I'm saying? If this doesn't already push items out, it should already be pushing items out. And then daisy chain them around here. Link them all together. Daisy chain them all the way to the end of the chunk right here. You know what I'm saying? Um, Add a wooden barrel in between this, like around in this area right here, and then connect all the universal pipes to the wooden barrel and set all the pipes to round robin so it can evenly distribute between all the modules or whatever. Well, it's only gonna be in between one module because the other one is gonna be set for liquid fuel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the plan is to be able to pick up this entire chunk and then move it around. That's the reason why I have this separated. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be in a secondary what's the name? Once I get all of this wired up and everything else, because it still needs to be battle tested. Even though I already know everything works, it still needs to be battle tested. I make sure everything works first before I set it up in my actual world and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's the power generation element. That's the fuel production element right there. And then over here is energy storage. So this is basically um, three batteries. That's what they are. These redstone flux cells are energy storage blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they basically batteries. It holds a million FE, which is a million RF. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old schooler, so vetted for a long time or whatever. So I tend to say RF. RF is redstone flux. FE is forge energy or whatever. That's the new terminology for the new term. FE is a little bit more universal than RF, but I still say RF because that's what it basically is to me. Um, yeah, these are connected by the energy pipes. As always, none of this is actually configured. You know what I'm saying? So set these to input, and then they connect to it. And this section will connect to this section right here inside of here. And then I'm gonna configure all of this to pull everything towards the front. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why this is like this is because it's basically a multi-block. I'm daisy chaining them. One's going to be input and then output from the other side. This is going to be input then output, and it's going to keep pulling the power to the front. And I could keep running the power forever until it fills all of this up. Mind you, This is just the base level. The base level holds a million RF. You know what I'm saying? So I could put upgrade kits onto this and change them to like 6 million 6 million FE. You know what I'm saying? So you take one of these slices that's 12 blocks. You know what I'm saying? 12 blocks around 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's one slice, and it's 14 slices because these are this row of wire right here, and then this row of wire represents two slices taken out, and this is taking up the entire chunk. So that's 14 blocks. No, a chunk is 16 blocks. So we say 12. Let's get the calculator out real quick. And 12 times 14 is 168, right? So that's 168 redstone flux cells in this one little module right here. Then we can do 168 times 3. That's 504, right? So now we take a look at how much is actually going to cost resource-wise to actually produce this, right? So this is everything. This is the recipe, all the ingredients or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Lead plates, electrum plates. Electrum itself is a metal alloy of gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? So you shift this to say 504. That's what it was. So it says 4,032 lead ingots. Lead, I realistically don't have to worry about. I have infinite lead basically because I have the sifting system, whatever. But this is assuming that I use a hammer to make plates, and the plate recipe is 2 ingots for 1 plate. I don't have to do this because I could just send it through a bender. You know what I'm saying? Bender is going to be a 1-to-1 ratio, so it's going to be 1 ingot for 1 plate. So realistically, I just need 2016 lead ingots to make the plates or whatever. And then the gold, same thing. I need 1,000 gold, which I definitely got, and I don't need 1,000 silver because with silver itself, particularly, I can get this from the void extractor. I had it pulled up before, right? So it produces raw silver. I already have like a stack of this in a super chest that's connected in a series that holds all of these different byproducts that I'm getting from the void extractor, right? So one of these, if you, I think, believe you macerate it, it'll double for you. If you run it through a macerator, yeah, if you run it through a macerator, it'll double for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I only need 500. I need 504, and that's gonna give me 1,008. And just mix it with the gold, and that's gonna give me all my electrum ingots. So this recipe is easy for me to produce. Everything after that is the redstone. The redstone itself is I have infinite redstone, so I can make all three of these modules and not even basically break a sweat. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's gonna cost me is the Sterling dynamos. I have about half of what's needed from what I looked at the recipe. So same thing, come here, say 128, right? 2,816 steel ingots. This is also still using the what's the name recipe, so I could base this 256. I could basically cut this in half. It's not gonna be 512. This is gonna be 256 ingots right here. Iron's not an issue. Got infinite iron and 128 plates. Actually, this is not even an issue. Honestly, not as an issue as much as I thought it was because I have 1K already by on the LV machine floor. By the it's in the super chest by the EBF that I broke down. I broke it down the secondary EBF and I used that to connect to another EBF on by the MV side. You know what I'm saying, with the diesel generator and all that. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, I got a 1K sitting in there. I think it's like 1.2 or something like that, 1.5 or whatever it is, sitting in there. So that's basically all my steel right there that I need. You know what I'm saying? So this is 128. This is 256. Any more steel in here? I need steel for this. Steel plates for that. 128 steel plates. Well, this is 1,024 steel plates. I have machine casings already though. I didn't what's the name is. No, it's still gonna cost me 2,000 or something. Cause this is 1,000 right here, 1,000 and change. This is basically 512. This is under 512, but it's basically 512. So 1.5, a little over 1.5. Realistically, to make all of this, and then these are iron gears, not steel gears. That's good. And tin wire. Tin wire, I'm not worried about. Anything iron, I'm not worried about. This is easy. All of this is easy. Yeah. So this is doable. Even if I shift this to 2 modules, this isn't doable right now. But that's not the only steel I have. I also have steel by the two SBFs. I have steel down there. That's where the steam setup that I have is. You know what I'm saying? With the large the double windmills. You know what I'm saying? Making deep slate and all that down there, and calcite pebbles and all that. And, that whole area down there is where the rest of my steel is at. I don't know what I have down there, but yeah. So most of this is all doable. That's what it really means. It's all doable. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look at because I really don't want 2 modules of Stirling generators. The other one's gonna be compression dynamos. So if we take a look at this and shift this to 128, cut that in half. No, that's 1,000 steel right there. It's another 128 right there. I didn't even look at the no. Yeah, that's for the machine holes. This is another one. I say 1.2, 1.2k. It's definitely cheaper than all the Stirling generators, which I thought it wouldn't be or whatever. But yeah, realistically, I don't have enough to make both of these modules comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Because I still need steel for this, just in case I don't have enough for all the rest of the modules. Only really have enough for one of these, and then I have all of this, and everything else should be easy after that. You know what I'm saying? Everything after this is just converting it back into EU, because all of this is all gonna still be in RF. So I just have to hook this up to energy converters. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be another line of redstone flux cells or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hooked up directly to energy converters. Energy converter, HV energy converters, because I actually don't need the MV ones anymore. You know what I'm saying? It turns out the MV age is extremely short, so uh, I don't even really need this, and I'm still like halfway through this project, and I don't even really need it now. You know what I'm saying? So um, I'm just gonna put the rest of the batteries in, because I have one of these right here. Battery buff is actually missing. You know what I'm saying, from one of these modules, and well, half of this module. It's not double layers, and I just need sodium batteries for the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I'm gonna leave it the way it is, because it's gonna be set up for the rest of the MV machines, single block machines that I got. And I'm just leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna set up any more modules after that, because I really don't need it, and I want to save the aluminum for anything else that I might need it for. But I'm already producing stainless steel. Already made it, making integrated circuits. I'm technically not even in MV anymore. I'm in HV now, because I made the advanced integrated circuit. I made the basic integrated circuits by hand. I made the good integrated circuits by hand, and I made the advanced integrated circuits by hand. And I don't really need an automation for it, because I'm automating most of all the base components for it inside of this that I got set up. This MV automation that I have, MV circuit automation that I have, and then the LV circuit automation that I have. Between both of those, I have all the components for all the integrated circuits.